You right there, I see you. Press the like button right now for good luck, okay? Right now. I'm waiting. Hey, I'm Wotzy, and today I have quite an interesting story to tell you guys. And from the previous story time I did, you guys actually nailed the support. You were so nice to me, and I'm really grateful for that. You always have my back. I can't thank you enough. And if you wanna continue helping me out and such, making me happy, just comment something nice down below. Just comment anything, okay? So this story takes place back in 2013 when I went in 7th grade, and I just woke up this one morning and had this terrible nightmare, and I just remembered every part of it. So when I woke up, I felt like I was actually still in the dream, and I thought it was hella hilarious, and I really wanted to tell my friends about it. I had that determination in me, so I stood out of bed, I ran downstairs to the breakfast table by my family, and I told them all about the dream, so I wouldn't forget it. After that, we just ate breakfast, we chilled, we did our morning routines. So I exited my house and I started walking to the bus. And on this bus to school, I would always have my two best friends. I would probably have more than just the two of my best friends, but I remember in particular that these two of my best friends, I told a story to at least. So I went to the bus station, we hung out, we talked, we said good morning to each other. The bus came, they opened the doors, the normal, we blip our cards. And we would always walk to the very back of the bus, because who doesn't like the back of the bus? That was our territory. We always had those seats, and yeah, it was just an amazing time. We sit down, we just relax, and I'm like, yo guys, I have to tell you something that I dreamt about this night. And that's where this story comes in place. So I start telling them the story. So in my dream, I stood with my mom in this department store. And I'm not sure if you guys know what a department store is, but it's kind of a store that is similar to a grocery store, but they don't have as many groceries and foods and such. They are more focused on decor and such. So anyways, I'm in this cash outs area with my mom, and on the right side of the room, there's this shelf with teddy bears. And they had spotlights facing at them, so everyone would see the bears. But the rest of the room was really grey and not colorful at all. So that area was the center of the room, it felt like. So we stand in this one line. There are so many people to the cash outs, probably 7 or something, and it doesn't end, right? So my mom stands there and I'm looking at the teddy bears and I'm gonna grab one of them. So I ran up to the teddy bears and I basically grab one of them. So I go back to my mom and I look down and then I look up again, and there's this police officer over there. She's standing there and she's like, hands where I can see them. And I didn't understand what was going on. So I took my hands up, of course. I had the teddy bear still in my hand. And she was like, drop the teddy bear. You have stolen from the property or something. She just shoots me in my knee. Just like that. She boof. Straight in my kneecap. And I'm just screaming. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And my mom, I don't know what she did exactly. She was probably just standing there since it was a dream. Anyways, I'm in pain. I don't know what's happening. And this lady's like, oh shit, she understands that she did something wrong. So she takes me, and outside of this store, she has her police car. And so she just put me in the front of the police car. And I'm just wondering what the hell is going on. What does she do? She goes back to the trunk. She opens the trunk. She takes out this big rope, and she just puts me in her actual front of the car. And she takes the rope around the vehicle and just keeps me in place, so to say. And then she goes into the car and just pulls down the window. And she's like, okay, we're going now. And I'm literally in shock, in the front of this vehicle, this police car. I don't know what's happening. And I'm like, you can't drive. And she just starts driving. And I'm so scared and I don't know what to do. She just starts going and she goes so fast and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, we have to take you to the hospital. And I'm like, okay. And I'm trying to think which direction is the hospital, because she had no clue where to go. She literally told me she didn't know where to go. So I had to be the GPS. She just goes around the blocks and such, and then we comes to this train way or whatever, and there's this left and right turn. So I screamed to her, take the left turn, because the left turn led to the hospital. What does she do? I can't really hear her. So she goes to the right, and I remember just in the pain and everything, waking up. And so after telling my friends about this story, they just laughed a lot. And one of my best friends, he couldn't stop laughing, and he basically told me throughout the years about the story. It just hasn't gone past. He's just standing there sometimes and goes Tim, do you remember like this one time where like the cop shot you in the kneecap for the teddy bear? And I'm like, yeah, I remember that time. Yeah, it's just a funny story. And since you guys are my best friends, I thought that you guys might as well hear the story. I'm sorry if it wasn't like the best banger ever, but I think it was kind of entertaining, like at least to me. So let me know what you think about the video in the comments. Give me a like if you liked the video, it helps me out a lot. I'm really happy you guys like the story times. I have so many stories to tell. So if there's anything in particular you would like me to talk about in a future story time, let me know in the comments. And as always guys, thanks for all the support, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Smile away, boys.
At first I said that I love you when you ain't say that shit back. It's kinda hard to just trust you when both your feelings don't match. Got me showing less emotions, I don't wanna get attached. Once I give you my word, I swear it ain't no going back. Once I give you my heart, you better keep that shit intact. Instead of assuming the words, girl, I'm just here stating facts. You want me to take you back?